Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. And we are live. Hey man, it's good to see everybody. Once again, man, it is good to see everybody. Once again, it is good to see everybody. Yeah. This is your boy, AK Harrison, from whoisakharrison.com. You can also catch me at bigmoneytrucker.com, man. It's good to see y'all. Hey man, look. It is a victory for us truck drivers out there, man. For us go-getters out there, man. Look. As you can see, I'm on location, man. I'm out here, man, getting to the bag with you guys. Hey, man, shout out to all the drivers out there, man, getting that money, man. Shout out to all the OTR drivers out there. Shout out to all the local drivers out there making it happen. Man, look, like you could have been anywhere in the world, man, but you here with me, and I sure do appreciate that, man. You know, we've been following this autonomous truck thing, man, this driverless truck thing for a little while now, man, but I had came across some great news for us drivers. Aurora, they are putting a driver back into the driver's seat. Yes, they are. They must have been watching the podcast, man, because I'm telling you, man, your boy, he's been talking that talk like, you know what? I don't know about that. You know what? There's some issues. I don't know if y'all should really even trust a driverless container just going down the road like that. Anything could happen. Oh my God. Huh? Anything could happen. Okay. And they must have been paying attention to the podcast because I'm telling you, dog, we are going to read this news article about them putting a driver back into the driver's seat of this driverless vehicle. Like, you know what? We don't want our freight stolen. We don't know. But we're going to come up with something, guys. So check it out, man. We're going to read one of these articles from Bloomberg, and then there's another one from a local news outlet. All right, so we got right here, man. This one is from a news station in Houston, Texas. Hey, you gotta love that local news, man. Local news, local politics. Shout out to everybody with the local news. You know what I mean? Shout out to y'all, man. And this news article, it goes like this right here, man. Like I said, this is a local news outlet down in Houston, Texas. And the route that this Aurora was running was from Dallas to Houston. So, you know, this one is a huge victory for us. It said earlier this month, we told you about a driverless trucking company that was running up and down I-45 between Houston and Dallas. That company, Aurora Innovation, is reversing course a bit. The company said it will be putting a human back in the driver's seat. That needs some air horns. All right. You might wonder why, according to company co-founder, CEO Chris Urmson, the change came at the request of one of Aurora's partner. Okay. A message posted to the company's website from Read in part, one of those partners, Packard, requested we have a person in the driver's seat because a certain prototype parts in their base vehicle platform. We are confident it is not required to operate the truck safely based on exhaustive testing covering nearly 10,000 requirements, 2.7 million tests, and analysis that populates our safety case. Hogwash. Packer is a longtime partner, and after much consideration, we respected their request and are moving the observer who had been riding in the back of some of our trips from the back to the front seat. All right, look. So there's going to have to be a driver in the front seat of that driverless truck. Anyway, guys, look, we're back in the scene. We're back on the scene, dog. Look, they're going to have to, you will retire as a truck driver. Yes, you will retire. If you are driving a truck today as a profession, you will retire as a truck driver. All right, let's go ahead and read some more, guys. Let's read some more. All right, let's go ahead and read some more. That is great news, man. That is great news. And that was from the local news outlet KHOU 11 in Houston, Texas. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out y'all. Shout out to y'all. Okay. Now there is one from Bloomberg. We're going to go check them out as well. Let's see. All right. Shout out to Bloomberg. Let's go. Shout out to Bloomberg. All right, here we go. All right. Let's share this tab instead. Let's go. Driverless trucker from Aurora puts humans back in the driver's seat. According to Bloomberg. Let's go. Driverless vehicle Aurora Innovation Inc. is putting a human back in the front of the wheel of big rigs operating in Texas, reversing course less than 3 weeks after the company began commercial autonomous service there. The decision to move an observer from the rear of the cabin into the driver's seat was made at the request of Packard Inc., which manufactured the trucks Peterbilt. Man, look, let me tell you, it's Peterbilt. I respect what y'all doing, okay? I found a new level of respect for Peterbilt. Hey, my next truck just might be a Peterbilt. Y'all standing on big business for truck drivers just like that? Man, y'all deserve nothing but support. Buy more Peterbilt. Peterbilt for me. Peterbilt for you. Let's go, man. The Peterbilt for me and Peterbilt for you. Let's go, man. All right. The decision to move an observer from the rear of the cabin, read some more, into the driver's seat was made at the request of Packard, which manufactured the trucks. The chief executive, Chris, we already read about Chris, said Friday in the Post on the website. The truck will still be operated by Aurora Driver Autonomous System, but the person will be able to intervene as needed. So just like you can have an airplane on autopilot, and the pilot will be on board, but the airplane is flying by itself, that 80-pound vehicle hauling all that freight will have an operator in the seat. Hey, man, look. Things are looking real good, man. Hey, I'm thinking that I'm going to get me a Peterbilt. I'm going to the Peterbilt dealership and say, hey, let me get 5 of them things, man. Let me get 5 of them. I want 5 Peterbilts. Let me get 5. And I got 5 on it too. Let's read some more. It says, we are confident this is not required to operate the truck safely based on testing, 10,000 requirements, 2.7 million tests. All right. We already done read through that on the other website, man, on the other news article. All right. Man, look, it is a great day. All right, let's see if we can get some more information. Said a Packer spokesman did not return a request seeking comment. It says a short seller report by Bleecker Street Research on May 14th said Aurora had not yet obtained Packer's permission to commercialize its trucks with autonomous driving. And that heavy truck manufacturer thinks it will take longer for the technology to be ready. Man, let's go. Peterbilt, Packer. Man, look, take your hats off for Packer and Peterbilt. Man, because let me tell you, man, there are some companies out there that's trying to get rid of you drivers. They are laying it down for you drivers, man. But look, PACCAR is really out here doing the Lord's work. If you are driving today, you just might retire a truck driver. You got 20 years to go, baby. Let's go. Let's read some more. Let's see what else we got. It says Aurora had lost key executives over the past year. General Motors company said this week that Aurora's co-founder, Sterling Anderson, is taking the same title at the automaker. All right, I have told y'all about that. All right, so one of the co-founders for Aurora, he's going over to General Motors. All right. They're going to be incorporating that driverless technology into personal vehicles, which I think that makes more sense to me, because I was saying, if you're out there and you want to bar hop, you don't have to worry about getting a DUI, getting a ticket. You don't have to worry about driving intoxicated. You know why? Because you got you a chauffeur right there. You're going to use the driverless technology, man. You got your own personal chauffeur right there in the car with you. You ain't even got to go no further. You ain't got to call no Uber. You ain't got to call no Lyft. Just put your home address into your navigation system and away we go. You just might end up at your ex house and you can blame it on the car. Blame it on the car. Let's go. Then it says that General Counsel Nolan Shania left around the start of the year, who was senior vice president of engineering, departed Aurora in August to join Datadog. I don't even know what Datadog is, but shout out to you too. So, man, what y'all think about Aurora? Huh? What y'all think about Aurora, man? They are putting drivers back into the driver's seat, man. Because they just earlier this month, I had reported that Aurora had completed a driverless mission, okay, from Dallas to Houston. They had completed the whole route without a driver in the driver's seat, but a Packer, old Peterbilt, boy, American, hmm, American Truck Company said, no, 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 that ain't gonna ride with us. As a matter of fact, we're gonna go over to a Packer news article right quick. Yep. And this was from CDL Life. And this is the news article that I had came across earlier this week. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let the news develop. But here we go. This is CDL Life. It says autonomous truck tech company puts a human back into the driver's seat. Man, that sounds so good just saying it. All right. On May 1st, 2025, Aurora announced the launch of regular driverless customer deliveries between Dallas and Houston. However, just 15 days later, Aurora CEO published a blog post announcing that the company would reverse course on fully driverless operations. All right, let's go ahead. We got us a quote right here. It says, when we launched our driverless trucking service last month, it was a moment guided by safety and underpinned by rigorous testing, painstaking validation, and deep commitment to our mission. A core part of our strategy has always been building a strong ecosystem of partners across the industry, from OEMs to logistics providers to regulators. These partnerships are essential to delivering a safe, scalable commercial product. Aurora also recently announced plans to expand its driverless service to El Paso, Texas, and Phoenix, Arizona by the end of 2025. Now, one thing that will happen though is that a driver will be in the driver's seat. That's one thing we can bank on, baby, and we can go ahead and hold our hat on that. I am good with that, man. If you are a truck driver today, you have reason to celebrate. They keeping a driver in the driver's seat, man, as we push forward, man. All right, y'all let me know what y'all think about this news article, dog. Y'all let me know about Aurora and Packer. Shout out to Packer, dog. Packer just don't get enough respect. But shout out to Packer for doing the Lord's work. Like real talk, they are doing the Lord's work, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this right here, man. Aurora places a driver back in that autonomous vehicle. Okay. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. This is your boy, AK Harrison.